Hey folks, Deano here again. This time, taking a look at Demonical Fit's newest figure. This is the Time Vanguard, also known as base form Xeno Goku from Dragon Ball Heroes, which is now, unfortunately, cancelled. But that doesn't mean we can't still enjoy the designs and the what-ifs and all the craziness that came out of that game. And who knows, they might end up bringing it back, because apparently Super Divers, which was meant to replace Dragon Ball Heroes, is not doing too well. Who would have thought? Getting rid of all the what-ifs and the things people actually like, and going back to the same old stories that we've seen a million times before, would affect sales. But yeah, enough of that rant. Hey folks. Yeah, I'll be honest, like, this is my favourite look for Goku. Like, out of all of his different outfits and forms, this is my favourite. There is just something about the long coat with the short arms and things like that. That just, yeah, it speaks to me. Plus, it doesn't hurt that this version of Goku is much more serious than mainline Goku, the main timeline version of him. Plus, this guy has access to Super Saiyan 4, which, I mean, spoilers if you haven't seen Daima, like, go forward like 30 seconds. But yeah, apparently main timeline Goku has access to a version of Super Saiyan 4 as well. I would have loved to have seen the two versions go at it. But yeah, something for another day, I suppose. But yeah, I purchased this from El Surprise Wholesale Toy Store. As always, I am partnered with them. That's where I buy most of my figures from now. I've been buying it from them like since before the partnership anyway, but yeah, a link is in the description if you want to purchase this guy. He is quite cheap. The main thing I'm expecting in the comments to this is he's a 2.0, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I'm aware he's a 2.0. That's one, what makes him affordable still, and two, like, there's nothing wrong with the 2.0 mold. Like, would I have preferred 3.0? Sure. Once the Daima, Goku and Vegeta, the adult forms, come out, I'm sure like more third-party companies will start adopting that design scheme, Demonical Fit included. But yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and 2.0 fits the slimmer build. Like I said, until Daima comes out. So yeah. Enough of my ranting, as per always. Let's get this guy off the turntable and take a look at the box. So, in terms of the box, it's your standard Demonical Fit affair. It's made to look quite a bit like the event exclusive boxes that Tamashii do. And it's usually like dark colours with an accent. The black and red really suits Xeno Goku. I think it's a great looking box. And for like one of the first times ever, I don't recall Demonical Fit ever doing this before, but they have started shipping them in brown shippers. Which, yeah, I love this. Finally, my AliExpress purchases of third-party figures will be a bit more protected. But yeah, nice to know they're putting a bit of effort into that. But yeah, in terms of the box, we have Time Vanguard on the side. Legally down the bottom, Demonical Fit 2025, made in China. 15 and up, Demonical Fit, blah blah blah. Nice picture of him on the side there. And on the back, we have typical stuff. Demonical Fit's own blurb, which is always fun to read. Some poses. I'll be honest, they look a little bit phoned in terms of the poses this time round. I think this is this is one of the figures that Demonical Fit announced and then didn't bother to release for like nearly 2 years and stuff like that. Yeah, this is one of the ones that they committed to releasing before they go into like new stuff and things. But yeah, I am very happy they did so, because now I have a Xeno Goku to go with my Beast Deity's Xeno Vegeta, or Beast Deity's Rabbit. Sorry. But yeah, decent stuff. More legalese down the bottom, blah blah blah, and all that good stuff. So yeah, let's get the box out of here and take a look at what he comes with. So, in terms of everything he comes with, he comes with a decent amount of stuff. Being a more affordable release, it doesn't come with as much as we're used to with third-party releases, but it's still, quite frankly, enough. It's fine. We have to remember that, yes, this is a budget release. So, in terms of faces, he obviously comes with the base form head. We get a stern face, a smirk face, teeth gritted face, and yelling face. Demonical Fit have used, of course, the 2.0 mould, but they have updated the faces. They have some more details. If you look at it, under the eyes and such, it kind of comes across quite harsh on camera, but it's actually fine in person. Although I'm not entirely sure why they didn't just go with the standard shadow colour, like browns and greys, things like that. He comes with the Power Pole, or Nyoibo, because Xeno Goku likes using it. Xeno Goku is basically the unofficial version of Daima Goku. Like, honestly, the more you think about it. Yeah, we have a really long, elongated version. And we have the Nyoibo in its sheath, with the rope there. It's decent enough. Can be popped out like so. And yeah, it's nice and soft. The actual sheath part is also soft though, so be careful with it. It will bend on his back if you're not careful. And in terms of hands, we get quite a bit, although it's nothing we haven't seen before with Goku, aside from these ones. So we get a pair of fists, which are on him in the package, a pair of instant transmission or fusion dance style hands if you want to use them for that, a special pair for holding the purple, which I think these are actually a new mould, because back in the day, Demonical Fit, or Possessed Horse, which they were using at the time, came out with a Power Pole accessory set for Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku. But those hands were nowhere near as good as these ones. These ones are nice and tight. And we get a pair of martial arts posy hands, a pair of sort of karate chop key blast style hands, splayed open key blast style hands, and a pair of the 2.0 Kamehameha style hands. Would I have liked to see some 3.0 accessories in here instead? Sure. They do have those molds. Like, Demonical Fit has the Martialist Forever mold, which for some reason they only reissued once, and we have never seen it again in any form, even though they teased a Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 3 version. But that's just me getting into rant stages right there. So yeah, that's enough talk of that. You can discuss for yourselves in the comments what you think Demonical Fit should be doing. But yeah, let's get the figure back out here, shall we? So, in terms of the figure itself, I thought I would start off without the purple on him, just to show you how you put that on. Disclaimer, for some reason, like, the head was incredibly tight on that ball peg, so I would really recommend using hot water on this guy. Why are you not focusing? There we go. Definitely use some hot water on the head, just to soften it up enough to pop it off. Because, spoilers, you cannot put this purple accessory on him without taking that head off. Plus, I have plans for a second version that I've purchased to make him into like a Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 3 version. But yeah, you can see right there the neck peg. If we bring down the contrast just a tad, neck peg, standard 2.0, so bear that in mind. Does mean once we get to part 2 of the review, things like the legendary Super Saiyan Goku heads, they are not going to fit on this guy, so I'm not even going to attempt it. We all know how that works. But yeah, easy as that. It slots on real easy. People really don't like how his sort of ab crunch works, but it does work to hold the power pole in place really well. That lip right there does work really well. Speaking of, the figure itself is pretty much a kit bash of previous Demonical fit figures. The upper arms or bicep section and the shoulder part, I believe those are taken from their Blue Kaioken Vegito, the Xenoverse version. The bottom legs, I think I'll obviously do a comparison at the end to make sure, but I think these are taken from their GT base form Goku. These wraps are kind of a giveaway there. The hip skirt sort of section is, I think, a recast, a remold of their Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Goku, and obviously this top half is taken from their Xeno Goku Black. So yeah, pretty much a recast in every sense of the word. But yeah, that doesn't make this a bad figure. Like I said a few times already, it's a very affordable figure. Parts of it, I am not sure why, do feel a tad bit on the cheap side. Like these shoulders and just the red hard plastic in general does feel a little bit cheap to look at. Plus this rubber is very pungent. Like my recording studio is, yeah, that's all you can smell the now. But yeah, I'm sure that will go away with time. But yeah, it is a decent little figure, gonna be said. There's not much in terms of paint, just really the blue on the waist and the wrists, and on this part here, yeah, that is 2 separate bits, plus the neck has been painted as well, and I think the black on his chest has also been painted. So yeah, overall, decent little figure. In terms of articulation, it's pretty much a standard 2.0 affair. That does pop off a lot easier once I did that the first time. So you can look up a little bit. You can look down a little as well. I think that's partly because of how tight the ball hinge is at the neck. So you can look down that much. Kind of pivots side to side, but it sort of springs back. Swivel, usual stuff. Lower neck does move a little, but not a whole lot. Arms can, if you move that cap out the way, I absolutely hate these caps on the 2.0 Goku bodies. You can get up about that much, probably more, yeah, a little bit more if you pop that. Swivel at the bicep. Butterfly joint is your standard 2.0 butterfly joint. This does like to pop off quite often. Not sure why. I may just like glue it in place, to be honest. I considered putting it in accessories, but it's not meant to be an accessory. Like, let's be honest. Yeah, you can get some good butterfly action right there. So good Kamehameha poses all around. bicep swivel, double joint at the elbow, ball hinge at the wrist. Hands do come off quite easily. I do like that. The ab section, standard 2.0, can be popped up. You can go back a little, can go forward a decent amount. Swivel, hinge, pivot, all that good stuff. The waist section is on a ball joint as well, so decent enough range there. This hip skirt does get in the way of articulation ever so slightly, but you can do it. The hip joint being a 2.0, this is about as far as you can get anyway, but with how the hip skirt is anyway, it doesn't really matter much. You can kick forward quite well, actually, really well. Double joint at the knee. We do have a thigh rotation as well, and because it's 2.0, you can kick backwards. Again though, the skirt, even though it's soft rubbery plastic, will occasionally get in the way. That's just how that sort of thing goes. We do have a double ball peg at the foot, so standard for 2.0s again. Can go back that much. There is a cutout at the front there, if you notice, to give that just a little bit more range. So you can go forward there. Ankle pivot gets about that much. Decent, not groundbreaking. And toe articulation, just like so. So yeah, I said it before, I'll say it again. Overall, a decent figure. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's a 2.0 Goku. We all know what to expect with that at this point, just with a few new bells and whistles added. Could Demonical Fit have done a bit better? Or done a bit more, shall I say? Probably. But I think they really just wanted to get this out there to stop people asking about it. But the more of these older figures they start releasing, the more people are going to start asking for future Gohan, and the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and the Super Saiyan Goku, and all the rest of them, and this future Trunks. Yeah, people are never going to be happy with Demonical Fit. They take the time the same way Air does, or HMYR. They take forever to release their head sculpts, but you don't really hear anybody complaining about that. But yeah, that's just how Demonical Fit is. They either announce something and release it almost straight away, or they announce it and then we wait eons for it to be released. But yeah, at least another one of their backlog has been released to us. Vegeta, where are you? Let's just get a comparison between these two. There we go. Obviously, Beast Deities is 3.0, but these two do still work together really, really well. I love it. I do love it. But yeah, guys, a bit of a quicker one. Obviously, it's a 2.0. Like, there's no point spending too much time on it. If you do want to purchase this guy, link will be in the description for El Surprise Wholesale Toy Store. I could see if I can find a link for the Beast Deities Vegeta to go with him, but at this point, like, it's gonna be difficult to find. I'll be completely honest with you guys. So I hope you bought the Xeno Vegeta in preparation of this guy releasing. Otherwise, it's gonna be a bit difficult. But yeah, guys, stay tuned for part 2. I'll also probably release a fun little short at the same time, with this guy posed up and stuff. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And until next time, I'll see y'all later.